Oh boy. Mr. Sholmes, what are you doing? He's pouting. Surely, it's abundantly clear that I wasn't brooding over Mikotoba's refusal to share his pheasant with me. Nevertheless, I felt the need to withdraw from the social circle for a while and look on with hungry eyes. Sorry, Hurley, but I cooked that pheasant especially for Susie's daddy. Even though I've played the role of father to you for far longer. The game is afoot. Welcome back, everyone. It's Light here. And we're in the middle of a deduction with Sholmes and Mikotoba. Because, you know, Mikotoba turned out to be Sholmes' partner that Iris is writing about. Which is awesome to learn, and it's awesome to see them together. Last time was a treat, honestly, investigating on the sub with them. The boat, whatever. And we looked at Jikoku's room and all that stuff, and Sholmes has figured everything out, supposedly. You know how that goes. So, let's see what he's figured out. Let's see what the last 3 years have done to your observational skills then, Mikotoba. It's been 10 years since we last did this, Sholmes, not 3. Why, of course it has. Quite. Now, all the clues are here in this cabin for your eyes to see. But as I always say, you must not merely look, but observe. Observe, and the answers become clear. So, impress me. Oh boy. I think I can manage that. This is awesome. Oh boy. What shows that he could not have disembarked? Oh. He's standing on the clothes. It's so rude. I just noticed. Oh man. Glass containing ice. Alrighty. What shows he hasn't left yet? Is it this? Because it shouldn't be here? Or it should have melted or something? I don't know. Is that as well? The wardrobe. A large trunk. This is missing. Guess we can try the ice for now. I don't know.
Take that!
Oh, am I right? Yay, I'm right! Oh, what the heck? Go, Mikotoba, go! Perhaps he should have cleared away that glass. How curious that the ice shouldn't have melted despite it being abandoned 2 hours ago. Ah! It would appear that the man was here in this very cabin until moments before our arrival. With this well-chilled glass in hand. Get your mind off the refreshments, Sholmes. One might even conclude that somebody informed him of our boarding. Wouldn't you agree, Mr. Stroganoff? But why would Seishiro run from us? Before we consider that question, allow me to confirm one small matter. Would I be correct in saying that these first-class cabins of the SS Grus are the same ones in which you and Mr. Jigoku were accommodated on your voyage from Japan? Ah, that's right. They are. I was in the cabin next door, and Seishiro was, yes, 50 days in this very cabin during our voyage. As I suspected, for you see, there are traces in this cabin of a dark secret that Mr. Jigoku had to hide. What traces? I know nothing about this. Uh-huh. Ah, this is news to you, is it, Mr. Stroganoff? Sholmes, what exactly are you getting at? The frame on the wall. As I said, there are traces in this cabin of some nefarious activity. Something that appears at a place, which I'm quite sure won't have escaped your notice. Something out of place in here? That's the key to this, Mikotoba. The remnants of the dark deed that took place in here are being masked by something quite incongruous. I must say, I didn't foresee ever doing this dance of deduction with you again, Mikotoba. No, quite, but life is full of unexpected twists and turns, as we well know. Now, let's see if I can't uncover the truth here. Yes, you have the floor, my dear fellow. I love that they're doing it together. That's so cool. I'm so used to though, like the initial Sholmes deduction and then the Ryunosuke fixing the deduction, but this is cool. Okay. I mean, it's this, isn't it? What else could it be?
Take that!
Is it? I'm wrong. Okay. Never mind. No games lower my words, really not. This is the one that's always joking around. Come, Sholmes. Where's the fun in life without a little fooling around? Oh boy. Quite right, you are. 2 peas in a pod, I swear. That was a close shave. I'd better rethink that before I'm the fool here. Alright, fine. Yes, yes. Here I am, it cries. Your methods were never conventional, but you know I've always been willing to give them a try. Aww. Dear God, Mikotoba, open your eyes. It was a metaphorical listening that I was suggesting. Ah. Oh man, that's so funny. Dark deed took place here. Dark deed, dark deed. Oh wait, it's probably the speaking tube. Why else? Or... yeah, because being masked, it says. I mean, worst case, we get another penalty. Why not here? It's not it either. My bad. Alright. Alright. Only other thing is the trunk. I'm wrong again? What is going on? Hey, I honestly feel stupid for this one. Math? There's something for ink. What else is there? Rubbish bin. I honestly don't remember when we looked at the rubbish bin. Was there anything in there? I don't think so. Oh, the notice, right? But I don't think that's what he means. But like, this is just tilted. There's nothing behind this. Oh man, okay, the only thing left is this.
Take that!
I literally presented everything in the room. It's the rules of passage in this frame here. They're obviously out of place. The way they're hanging crooked on the wall, as if they were put there in a hurry. Oh, that's what they meant. Okay, wording, people, jeez. Yes, I'm sure you've already concluded that frame was originally over— oh, see, like, this is why sometimes I think I'm stupid. No, it's okay. Just brain dead today. That frame was originally over here, which shape and size are a perfect match. Da! You are right. When did frame move? I love this guy, you know? Hardly the most observant of crewmen, are you, Mr. Stroganov? Hey! I would think your captain is quite justified in having his reservations about your reliability. Grrr! Oh dear, that really seemed to touch a nerve. So, Mikotoba, why don't you lift that frame off the wall? That makes so much more sense. Oh! That looks like a bullet hole. Oh, that makes complete sense, because this would have been where Gregson died. What? Who has been shooting walls? I don't think it was the walls they were shooting, man. I see the projectile has been removed. Clearly, the careful occupant of this room has already disposed of it. Now then, Mr. Stroganov. Ugh. I had the distinct impression that you're attempting to shield said occupant. I don't know what you were talking about. Why would I try to protect Eastern Stranger? Ah, so we're talking about the same man, I see. Good. Ugh. I'm sure we can get to the bottom of this in no time. Aren't you? Because there's some very noteworthy evidence that explains the reason why you're lying for the man. Yes, you've been told to keep up this pretense, as clearly shown by... I really don't know how to approach this one, Sholmes. Ah, my dear Mikotoba, simply keep first principles in mind. Study your subject from every angle. And I'm quite sure that you'll see it. In fact, I'd put a wager on it. So, to glare at the fellow from all sides? Well, I can certainly do that. Oh my gosh, I'm just imagining that. It's just like he's just like looking him up and down and side to side. It's hilarious. Oh. Oh. My god, chunky arms. Chunky arms. Oh my gosh. Alright.
Take that!
Got you. I love this so much. It's almost too obvious for words. Quiet, the universal language of the world. Money. Sholmes knows that language all too well. And I'd wager that the Eastern fellow in question is Seishiro Jigoku, yes? Gug! So, I presume you realize what this means. There are clear signs that a crime has been committed in this cabin. And the way you're going, sir, you'll find yourself accused of being an accomplice. But... I believe you know, Mr. Stroganov. You know where Mr. Jigoku is hiding at this precise moment in time. Oh, he's in the trunk. As always, Mikotoba, in matters of deduction, a furtive glance is your unfaltering ally. Yes, I think you're onto something there, Sholmes. You found the chink in this burly fellow's armor. We need only follow the man's gaze to know where our prey is hiding. Slightest flicker of the pupils, a minutely delayed blink. Nothing escapes my attention, even that which is barely perceptible. You could hardly call this barely perceptible, Sholmes. The man turned his entire head. It's not exactly what you describe as a furtive glance, is it? It's almost too obvious. You shall let your tapping toes decide, my dear fellow. No, man. He really is being too obvious about it.
Take that!
You turned immediately to look at this large trunk, didn't you? The truth is, Seishiro Jigoku was unable to escape from the ship in time. And is, at this very moment, doing his best to stifle his breath inside this trunk. Bro, that must be so uncomfortable. If he still has a breath to take, I fear he may be running dangerously low on air. I imagine you didn't count on us making a nuisance of ourselves for quite so long. I think it would be in everyone's best interest for us to open the trunk as quickly as possible. But how can we? Are you forgetting about the combination lock? We don't know the 7-digit code. Combination lock can't be opened from inside the trunk. Therefore, there must have been an arrangement for somebody to open it after our departure. Is that why... Is that why he has Sholmes in his arm? Is that the code? Of course. In short, before Jigoku hid himself inside that trunk, he must have told somebody the 7-digit number for the lock. As I'm sure you can confirm, Mr. Stroganov. Oh, I bet his handwriting just make it looks like Sholmes. Oh my god. That's I actually can't tell because the way he's shaking. What is that, like 5231045? Something like that? No, I know nothing about combination code. Don't move a muscle, my good seaman. Huh? Now, Mikotoba, would you do the honors and open the trunk? How on earth do you expect me? It's a 7-digit number, remember? Quickly now, we have little time. Oh, shoot. I don't remember. Okay, it's Sholmes backwards, right? So was it like I think 5 kind of 5, right? I don't want to do it the way he had it on his arm. I want to do it the other way, right? 5 2. I'm trying to remember from my head. If I do review scene. Oh, perfect. Okay, never mind. 5 2 3 1 0 3 1 0 4 5 3. Right? I want to do it that way. I don't want to do it the other way. 4 5.
Take that!
Got it! That did it! It's open! You had to meddle, didn't you? Dude. Why do people like shoving themselves in cramped spaces? First Trevor and now this guy. Well, Eugene, you found me now. Say Shiro. I was really hoping beyond hope not to find you here, you know? But you're not entirely unsurprised, I take it? No, quite. I just wish it were some other way. Well, are you ever going to introduce me? Ah, your reputation precedes you, Mr. Sholmes. I've read stories of many of your exploits. Excuse my manners, Sholmes. This is Mr. Jikoku, my old friend and traveling companion. Devil is in the details, Mikotoba. I believe he meant to say your old friend and traveling companion who made the cowardly decision to flee the country without a word to anyone when things turned sour. I see my reputation precedes me as well. What an honor. Oh my gosh. Well, Seishiro, are you going to explain all this? You know it all by now, I imagine? What you didn't know, of course, is that 3 days ago, on the night before our arrival in Britain, an attempt was made on my life here on this very ship. By the Reaper of the Bailey? Yes, I've since heard. Because you were once prosecuted by the Reaper, weren't you? 10 years ago now, mind you. And I had no idea at the time what a dangerous individual he was. Anyway, when we arrived in London to find the symposium was postponed until goodness knows when, it became all too apparent to me that I might very well be targeted again. So you decided to flee the capital without saying a word to me about it? I'm afraid so, yes. Of course, I realize now that I really ought to have confided in you. Somewhat surprising, I must say. What is? Well, first-class cabins aboard luxury steamships are in very short supply. It's more than a little hard to believe that this one just happened to be available. So says the protagonist of some colorful short stories. Well, I don't care for your opinion. The cabin did just happen to be available, so I purchased a ticket, and here I am. Do we believe him? Do we believe him? I don't know. I've just seen for myself the obvious remnants of that incident in this cabin. So you'd already purchased your return ticket before we even docked in Dover, had you? To prevent anyone else taking this cabin and seeing the evidence, is that it? Eugene, I have nothing to say to you. Huh? Well, in a mere 5 minutes, the ship will set off on its onward voyage and not make port again until Italy. I'm afraid we must insist that you disembark with us at once. You have no jurisdiction over my movements. We have this, Seishiro. Take it. What is it? It's a subpoena from the Old Bailey. You're a man of the law. You know what the ramifications of ignoring a document like this from the British courts would be. Oh. Oh. You came prepared then, Eugene. Oh my gosh, look at his face. Come on, let's go. One moment. What is it, Sholmes? Inside Mr. Jikoku's trunk, I found this rather fascinating trinket. What is that? Seishiro? I can't help you, I'm afraid. Some small component from something. But what? I have no idea. By the look on his face, I think he genuinely doesn't know. Have we seen that before? I'm trying to think of our evidence from this case. I don't think so. Maybe? Probably. Well, let us pocket it as a small souvenir of our brief sojourn in France. Well, young Naruhodo, I think we've done as much as we can, I'm afraid. The rest will be on the shoulders of you and your assistant. You got this, Ryunosuke. You can do it. Ugh. Kazuma Asagi. I know you, and I know you wouldn't lie, but still, there's no doubt that you're holding something back. You know more than you're saying. Oh yeah, his freaking gavel. During the past 30 minutes while this court was adjourned, all possible efforts were expended. But sadly, Mr. Jikoku's whereabouts could not be ascertained. We must accept the unfortunate conclusion that the Reaper has already done the deed. No, he's alive. There is no sense in wasting any more of the court's time. The prosecution calls for an immediate verdict.
Objection!
Calm down, dude. No, the trial cannot end now. You're a Japanese man, Ryunosuke. You should know when to lay down your sword. Why is he talking like he's not Japanese? And you should know never to presume when the battle is won. The court has already been presented with all the evidence and heard all relevant testimony, and there can only be one conclusion, that the accused is guilty. All relevant testimony? Far from it. There's still a crucial witness, from whom the court is yet to hear a single word of testimony. In that case, call your witness to the stand at once, counsel. Yes, my lord. Tomorrow, if possible. Huh? The witness is already on his way, and scheduled to arrive tomorrow. Oh, okay. Who on earth is this crucial witness? Seishiro Jikoku, the very man allegedly murdered by the Reaper. Judge Jikoku? You found him? Yeah, I get shocked. That's what you get. But the investigations of every policing resource in the capital suggest that Jigoku is already dead. How, in the name of God, did you find the man? He was located in France during the recess, at the port of Dunkirk. Thanks to one of Mr. Herlock Sholmes' famous deductions. Herlock Sholmes. Inspector Gregson almost certainly met with Mr. Jigoku on the night of his death. Because along with Prosecutor Asagi, Gregson was on a mission to assassinate the man. Which means that Seishiro Jigoku is the sole witness who can clarify exactly what happened aboard the SS Gruz on the 31st of October. Well, it would appear that it's too soon to move to education at this point. Ha 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 ha. The prosecution concurs. The court must hear Mr. Jigoku's testimony. No judgment should be passed until all testimony has been considered. In that case, I hereby call the end of today's proceedings. Court will reconvene at the same hour tomorrow. No objections from either side? No, my lord. No objections, my lord. He's silent. It's kind of funny. We live to fight another day. By the skin of our teeth. Stop staring at us. Go away. I don't like you right now. To be continued. Oh man, I wonder what Jigoku's testimony is going to reveal to us. Oh boy, another investigation too. This is really one heck of a case. How many? This is like our third investigation day. The unexpected halt of proceedings sent a clamor around the courtroom. But outside the bailey, where Londoners knew nothing of the secret trial within, it was a typical still night. Then, at a little past 8 o'clock that evening, Mr. Sholmes and his partner returned to Baker Street. Dang! Did Iris make all that? It's a feast! We have returned, my dear fellows. Welcome back to Britain, and thank you for your timely help. Think nothing of it. I believe you've had an even more wearing day than Mikotoba and I know. You could say that. We were on the brink of defeat in court earlier. Well, this prosecutor, Asagi, had you on the ropes, did he? And he's your best friend, you say? Supposed to be. Well, he's not really the man I knew in Japan anymore. Kazuma's changed. Oh, Mr. Naruhodo. I mean, it's incredible. To think that he'd even entertained the idea of acting as the Reaper's assassin. Well, nevertheless, you must introduce me. After all, I've only ever met the young man as a corpse. That is true, though. When all this started, almost a year ago now. Mr. Sholmes still hasn't told us the truth about what really happened back then. Didn't he, though? Oh, he didn't tell us, yeah, he didn't tell us the why for it. That's true. About the motivation for what he himself described as a great detective's lie. Now then, I must say, it's really quite a journey all the way to France. Well, it is another country, Mr. Sholmes. So, what news of Judge Jigoku? We took him to Scotland Yard. The investigating detectives there have a lot of questions for the man. Poor Professor Mikotoba, this must be quite a shock for him. Yes, I picked this up at the telegraph office on our way home. What is it? Surely you haven't forgotten already. I put upon you for the matter only yesterday. You put upon me, Sholmes. I had to fill out your telegram to Japan and foot the bill as well. So he didn't pay his tea bill, and he didn't pay the telegram bill either. Oh, you've had a reply already? What was so urgent, though, Mr. Sholmes? Such matters can wait until later. I'm far too hungry for an involved conversation at present. Mood. Same. Ah, that's good news, because supper is ready, everyone. Ah, and what a feast it is. If I were none the wiser, I'd think the trial were won already. Roast beef, kippers, stew, steak, and kidney pie, Yorkshire pudding. Tomorrow could be a very long day, so eat up. In that case, I think I'll seat myself just here. This place appears to be the only one set, with a helping of pheasant as well. Oh, sorry, Hurley, not there. Why ever not? Are we in set places this evening? Yes, and that place is for Susie's daddy. For me? Aww. That's right. I made it especially for you, Professor Mickey. Oh, she nicknamed him Mickey. That's so cute. I see. Well, that's terribly kind of you. It's a shame, really. What do you mean? Well, for a brief moment, I believed it. Aw, that Susie and I were half-sisters, I mean. Oh! Oh my gosh. Iris, do you mean... Yes, I know now. I overheard yesterday. I secretly listened in on the conversation you had, after I tricked you all into thinking I'd left. The sneaky little... What? Sholmes. She's not little anymore, Sholmes. You can't keep protecting her. Especially with a brain like hers. The misunderstanding arose because of that autopsy report from 10 years ago. But actually, it turned out that neither Dr. Wilson nor Professor Mikotoba are Iris's father. Oh no! Yes, about that, Iris. You know, I know, you can't tell me at the moment. Oh, Iris. The pheasant is by way of an apology. I'm sorry for eavesdropping. No. Oh, no, that's quite alright. Then why don't I get any... He is such a child! Then why don't I get any... apologetic pheasant? So just who is Iris's father? I want to know! Can you tell me, please? I suppose that's not something we'll be finding out today. No! Is this gonna end without us ever knowing who her father is? Like, they gotta tell us. Come on. So then, let us dine. While our largely pheasantless plates are still piping hot. He really is such a child. He's pouting. A fine idea, Sholmes. It all looks absolutely delicious. Eat as much as you like. There are always seconds. This could be our last chance to ask questions before tomorrow's trial. About that telegram from Japan. And about Kazuma. I can't let this opportunity slip away. I mean, you could, and just not get any answers. Why is he sitting like that? And why does his face look like that too? Oh. Oh boy. Mr. Sholmes, what are you doing? He's pouting. Surely, it's abundantly clear that I wasn't brooding over Mikotoba's refusal to share his pheasant with me. Nevertheless, Felt the need to withdraw from the social circle for a while and look on with hungry eyes. Sorry, Hurley, but I cooked that pheasant especially for Susie's daddy. Even though I've played the role of father to you for far longer. Mr. Sholmes, could I discuss some things with you? Really? He just perks up right away. Certainly, my dear fellow. I find myself quite in the mood for a spell of conversation. Didn't he just say he wanted to withdraw from the social circle? No doubt, you're hungry to learn more of my deep love of game. I can probably contain my curiosity on that one. You didn't look at me in that fashion. In what fashion? Seems that, before we discuss the pheasant, we have some rather unpleasant matters to discuss. Oh boy. So, what was in the telegram you received back from Japan then? Ah, this? I think my lucky stars that arrived in time. Record found is indicated. Duplicate follows. K. Asagi, A. Shin, T. Gregson, J. Wilson. What? Those 4 names from the, oh my gosh. The disc. We've come across that exact same list before. They came up in that unforgettable case last spring. Truly is unforgettable. What appeared to be a simple case of aggravated murder turned out to be masking monumental intrigue. A plot that involved the sale of British governmental secrets to foreign states. In exposing the means by which those secrets were being leaked, we deciphered a fragment of a message. K. Asagi, A. Shin, T. Gregson, J. Wilson. But we didn't find the names out until the case was over, and we never did get to the bottom of what they meant. All we knew was that the information had been sent by somebody in the British government to somebody in Japan. So why are the names coming up again now? Yes. Where did the sender of your telegram discover them, Mr. Sholmes? I have here the message I had wired yesterday. Allow me to read it to you. Enter Judge Jikoku's office undetected and investigate telegram records. Expect to find communication from Britain dated 1 year ago. List of 4 names. Need by tomorrow. Naruhodo. I sent it to a detective I know who specializes in clandestine missions of this nature. Oh, you asked Inspector Hasanaga to undertake such an onerous task for you? And in my name? I wonder what guise he opted for this time. My dear fellows, it was a matter of great urgency, you understand? Anyway, the list of names was found in Seishiro's office, as Sholmes predicted. So you mean that mysterious collection of names that was sent from Britain to Japan was... It was sent to Judge Chikoku. He was the intended recipient. I don't believe it. But that doesn't answer the question of what the list of names actually signifies. I did formulate a hypothesis about that. But without a shred of evidence, I couldn't possibly have shared it. Mr. Sholmes looks deadly serious for once. Oh wow, serious Sholmes. Oh boy. That tragedy we had to go through on the SS Beria. It was all for nothing. Kazuma wasn't dead at all. We were completely taken in by the lie you told us. Your great detective's lie. I took no pleasure in deceiving you. However, at the time... All that concerned me was preventing the young man's study tour from taking place, whatever the cost. Huh? Why? What? I capitalized on the events that transpired to see that he was sent back to Japan. His remains, you mean? Precisely, Miss Sasato. And then I made sure that somebody else was sent to Britain in his stead. Oh my, you mean... The arrangement between our two countries was already in place. One university student lawyer and one judicial assistant to be accommodated on a study tour. In other words, by arranging for someone else to fill the place originally intended for Mr. Asagi, I would successfully prevent the man from arriving on our shores for several years at least. Wait, do you mean to say that it was all in aid of stopping Kazuma coming to Britain? That's why you... Think back, Mr. Naruhodo. Was there not somebody who quite casually urged you to continue on the voyage to England? He did. Oh, was it Hazunaga? Terms of the study tour were negotiated by the Department of Justice in both Great Britain and Japan. In the light of Mr. Asagi's unfortunate death, I'm afraid the study tour can no longer go ahead. My dear fellows, the majority of problems have an extremely simple solution, you know? Yeah, what's Sholmes that told us? All you require is one lawyer and the study tour can continue, surely. But like, how did he have any, like, faith that Ryunosuke could study up on the law in 1 month? There is no one else with the necessary qualifications, Mr. Sholmes. We know of no other lawyer. The voyage to London still promises a good month of time. Ample opportunity, I would say, to find yourselves another suitable lawyer. So, you manipulated me? I've often remarked on the extraordinary lengths to which friendship will drive a man. I was quite sure that you would rise to the challenge for your late friend. I don't believe it. But if it was all contrived... I mean, what happened was treated by the authorities as murder. A woman was mistakenly arrested as the perpetrator. What do you suppose became of her? Naturally, I didn't allow the misapprehension to have any serious repercussions. I subsequently explained everything and assisted the unfortunate soul in finding the foreign refugee she sought refuge. I seem to remember Miss Sasato and I had some rather strong words for her. Oh yeah. Well, she was certainly not devoid of all guilt. She deserved every word, I'm sure. Dang! I wonder if she made it to America then. I'm afraid I simply cannot comprehend it. Why would you go to such lengths, Mr. Sholmes? Why were you so determined to stop Kazuma-sama from reaching Britain? Yeah, tell us why. Truth is, 12 months ago, there was already a very tangible omen of the impending tragedy, you see. Oh. An omen that, at this very moment in time, is close at hand. An omen of all these tragic events that already existed a year ago is close at hand? We need to find out exactly what Mr. Sholmes knows. And how do we do that? I'm guessing we've got to look at something, anything around here. Wait, we don't need to examine anything. We need to present what he gave us, obviously. Right? Wait, it's just the names, huh? Okay. Oh, Hazunaga. Sucks that we don't get to see you again. There is no room for doubt with your instructions in this telegram, Mr. Sholmes. You were very clear that it was Judge Chikoku's office that should be searched, so you obviously knew that's where the list of names would be found. Kei Asagi, A. Shin, T. Gregson, J. Wilson. But we only learnt of those 4 names just over 6 months ago now. And only because they appeared as part of the top-secret government communications that were leaked. That's true, yes, but at the time, you were unaware of the background. You see, those 4 names were wired to Japan. Around 6 months before that, approximately this time last year in fact, when you were both still in Japan. Oh? It really would be hypocrisy on my part to reprove others for intercepting state secrets. Because after all, I am perpetually eavesdropping on communications between the British and Japanese governments. What? Why? Oh my gosh. And this music, I love this one so much. You're purposely doing what? How? Never mind the details, but you should know. No secret is safe from Herlock Sholmes, when he has designs on knowing it. Oh my, Mr. Sholmes! What a fabulous line! This isn't one of his stories, Suzato. Now, 1 month after that list of 4 names was wired to the recipient Chikoku in Japan, Dr. John H. Wilson was murdered. As soon as I learned of the incident, a hypothesis rapidly took shape in my mind. As it turned out, I was partly correct and partly mistaken. Nevertheless, it was the beginning of all the tragic events that were to follow. Mr. Sholmes, please, tell us all you know. Tell us about those 4 names and the tragedy to which they're all somehow connected. No, boy. I knew that those names would come back. As I said, when I learned of Dr. Wilson's murder in Japan, my mind immediately turned to those 4 names. Because, you see, there was someone else on the list who I believed to be recently deceased. What? Who? A Shin, as it was described in Japanese script. In actual fact, Miss Asa Shin. That was a familiar name to me. She was a professional killer, well known among London's unsavory classes. Oh, I see. She had completely vanished from existence several months before Wilson's murder. So I came to the logical conclusion that she had herself been killed. And accordingly, I became fearful for the lives of the remaining 2 persons on the list. Is that why he was on the ship? Ah, Kei Asagi and T. Gregson. Owing to our proximity, I decided to take measures to protect Gregson myself. But I determined it would be safest if young Asagi were to stay away from Britain. Ah, so that's why he went to such lengths to prevent his study tour from going ahead. Exactly. So, you already knew who Kazuma-sama was, Mr. Sholmes? Oh yes, Sholmes and I have exchanged correspondence for years. I've recounted many tales about Asagi to him in my letters, and the news of Dr. Wilson's death, of course. Ooh. So, Dr. Wilson is dead, then? I didn't know. Oh, Iris. I know he wasn't my daddy, but still. That's very sad. No. I'm so sorry, Iris. We knew the significance of the name, obviously, but we just couldn't bring ourselves to tell you. No. But what you just told us, Mr. Sholmes, doesn't completely tie in with the facts. There's one big hole in your hypothesis. A big hole, Mr. Naruhodo? Yes, you mean about Asashin, I presume? Oh, of course. Exactly. She wasn't killed, was she? She was in Japan posing as a visiting student under the assumed name of Giselle Brett. I'm glad you're keeping up, my dear fellow, but I only became aware of that fact 2 days ago, in the foyer of the Great Waterloo Hotel. Ah. And upon hearing that startling revelation, the hypothesis that I'd formed surrounding those 4 names was completely turned topsy. What? Topsy? Topsy hypothesis. What do you mean when you say your hypothesis was turned topsy, Mr. Sholmes? I had believed all 4 names on the list to be the names of victims. However, I was mistaken. Very much so. Asashin was a killer. But she did end up dying. So this telegram is a list of both victims and killers, is it? Is Asagi meant to be one of the killers? Wilson died. Who else was? Gregson died. Indeed, and it would seem that Miss Shin was dispatched from Britain with the sole intention of dispatching Dr. Wilson. Her visiting student status being merely a front. Ah. Oh, and that's why they had to guard Kazuma. I keep saying Asagi. Kazuma. Because that's why Hasanaka was on the ship, if I remember right, to guard Kazuma. And that's the reason why, because of that list. Which would of course explain why no motive could be determined for her actions. So the real reason Dr. Wilson was attacked by Asashin is because he was the target of an assassination. And forearmed with that knowledge, fresh consideration of this telegram puts the list in a very different perspective. What do you mean? Well, does it not strike you there is another among the 4 who subsequently became a visiting student? Wait, you mean... But of course, a name you know only too well. You mean Kazuma? Oh! He did say in court earlier today. Yes, on 31st October I accompanied Inspector Gregson to Dunkirk in order to carry out a mission. And the mission was the assassination of the Mark. Young Mr. Asagi accepted that mission a year ago now. Surely not. In conclusion, this document is a contract of sorts. An international agreement, one might say, detailing an assassin exchange. An assassin exchange? How could Kazuma possibly have got involved in something like that? Revenge, man. Makes you do crazy things. Let's assume that we have 2 parties, each wishing to dispose of a distinct individual. Those 2 parties then make a contract to swap their respective assassination targets. That would then be an assassin exchange. So to begin with, the British assassin is dispatched as a visiting student to Japan, where she kills her target. And then the Japanese assassin is dispatched as a visiting student to Britain in order to eliminate his target. It certainly does sound like an exchange. Take an exchange student to a whole new level. Oh my gosh. But what on earth is the point? Don't forget, Naruhodo, that the British assassin at least escaped conviction, thanks to diplomatic immunity afforded by consular jurisdiction. Oh yes. Such jurisdiction should be null and void under the terms of the new treaty between our 2 countries. So the fact that it was brought into play suggests intervention at the very highest levels. The highest levels? These murders were 2 sides of the same coin, linked not by a common motive but by contractual agreement. As such, they appeared utterly unrelated, Yet in truth, the assassins were complicit in one singular devilish scheme. That disassociation and the safeguard of diplomatic immunity were, I believe, the motivation behind this plot. But wait a minute, Sholmes. If this telegram really is describing the exchange of assassins as you're suggesting, it would mean that the Japanese killer's target was never Seishiro Jigoku at all. It would mean Asagi's target was actually Inspector Gregson. What? Kazuma was here for Gregson? So Judge Jigoku wasn't actually the mark? That's what I was thinking. Oh, I didn't want it to be true that he killed Gregson. Oh my gosh, please don't let it be true. Yes, that's exactly what it would mean. I hold myself personally responsible for failing to keep the inspector safe. No. Mr. Sholmes. I told him of my fears and implored him to seek a transfer to an overseas position, obviously, with a young pickpocket in tow. Yes, Gina. Come to think of it, Inspector Gregson did mention that to us at the Great Exhibition, that he'd be transferring to the Paris police and taking Gina with him. But without informing me, he engaged in one last assignment, it seems. Gregson, you idiot! Ah! And sadly, it turned out to be his very last. This is too much to take in. Oh my gosh. I'm in the same boat here, Inosuke. This is way too much. Alright everyone, that's quite enough of all that serious talk for one day. Isn't it, Hurley? I mean, look at the time. Ah, quite right, Iris. We must conclude our preparations for tomorrow. What preparations? Well, I think I shall make my way back to my hotel room now. This has certainly been a night to remember. Aww. It is a little bit sad, though. I mean, I like the idea of you being my daddy. Cause then, Susie would have been my big sister. Aww. I'm sorry, Iris. She can still be your sister, even if you're not related by blood. I know, Iris. I was thinking quite the same thing. Were you? Aww. But if somebody like me would be worthy, I would be delighted to become your sister. What? Really? Oh yes, without question. So, you'll teach me all the ways you know to throw Runo to the floor? Oh no, Runo, run! Yes, of course, it would be my pleasure. You didn't have to agree quite so readily. Oh, but wait a minute. If Susie's going to be my big sister, you can be my big brother if you want, Runo. Yes! Yes! This is so cute. Huh? I mean, yes, of course. If you'll have me, I'll gladly be your brother. Stop, this is too cute. Well done, Iris. You must always be mindful of feelings. I've raised you so well. Because being sensitive is your strong suit, naturally. I mean, he is sensitive. His own feelings are anyway. Right, I'm going to work extra hard for tomorrow now. Because it's for my big brother and sister. That's so cute. What is all this talk about preparing for tomorrow? Preparing what? Hehe. You'll just have to wait and see. Oh. Good luck in court tomorrow. I'm expecting a sterling performance. I'll do my very best, of course. Kazuma, what on earth are you hiding? If he turns out to be the culprit behind Gregson's death, I'm gonna be so sad. So the overnight break in the trial's proceedings became a crucial turning point. Exposing new truths, while posing new conundrums. That list of 4 names on the telegram in Judge Chikoku's office. And the extraordinary assassination plot in which my best friend had somehow become involved. I felt as though I had been plunged into an even greater darkness all of a sudden. But at the same time, I felt sure I would see the light again soon. I don't like this. I like that. That's cute. But I don't like what's going on. Because I was lucky enough to have... No. The most wonderful family in the world standing steadfastly behind me. See, you don't have to be related by blood to be family. I love that. Oh man, to be continued tomorrow. Well, like in-game tomorrow. It's gonna be crazy. I'm gonna have to face Kazuma again, and I don't know what Seishiro is gonna reveal either. Alright, I'm gonna have to find out next time. Oh, jeez. Kazuma, please, please don't be a killer. I beg of you. That's all I ask. That's all I want. Alright, guys, that's gonna be it for this one. Hope you guys are having an amazing day, and I'll see you in the next one where we get more revelations to the truth. Alright, see you later.